Hello students, in this today's lecture we are going to learn about RC coupled amplifier in C configuration. What is amplifier? Amplifier is a device which converts low level signal into the high level desired signal, and the process which does this work is called amplification, and the device which does this work is called amplifier. And here particularly we are studying RC coupled amplifier in CE configuration. Why the name is RC coupled amplifier? Because all the components which we have used here, those are the resistors and capacitor, and in the short we are going to call it as a RC coupled amplifier. For this explanation, I will divide this explanation in three parts. One is construction, another one is operation, and third one is where this amplifier is good one or how with the help of frequency response curve. Let's begin with the explanation here. This circuit diagram consists 4 resistors named as R1, R2, RC, RE, and one transistor, NPN transistor is connected, and which is connected in the common emitter configuration. 3 capacitors C in, CE and C out are connected, and here output side one resistor is connected, that is shown with the dotted line, so that means you can connect it across that, and it is called RL, and one positive supply DC voltage is given, and this side input signal we can connect it, and this part, this end or terminal I have called it is ground, and this you can call it as A, and this one you can call it as a B ground. And in between these dotted lines I have shown along with the capacitor and denoted with CI, those are the intra electrode capacitors, that I will explain later. So these are the construction point of the RC coupled amplifier in CE configuration. As we all know that in CE configuration is the proper configuration to operate transistor as an amplifier. If you provide a small signal AC input, it increases amplitude and maintains same frequency, and it produces at the output signal, that is nothing but amplifier. But only the drawback of this amplifier circuit, what you can say that the output is out of phase with the input by 180 degree. That is the drawback you can say, but amplification will be very good. As we have already studied, to operate transistor as a amplifier, it has to be biased in a proper way. That means that base emitter junction should be forward bias and base collector junction should be reverse bias. In order to do that, what we are using here, these resistors we are using, and that is connected in the voltage divider bias circuit to operate the transistor as an amplifier. In active region, the transistor works as an amplifier. This is what about the construction point of view. If you check the operation of this RC coupled amplifier, let us consider now, if you are giving this type of input signal at the input side, and what happens, this biasing circuit gives the DC voltage to bias this transistor, so that DC voltage will be available. But from this side you are giving the small input AC signal which will add together to the DC voltage, so this base current at the base terminal will increase now, and because of that at the output side collector current will increase. As the collector current increases at the output side, the large current flows through this resistor RL, and it produces the larger output voltage at the output side. Hence the amplified signal you are going to get at the output side. Now the question comes that for this positive signal of the input side, why we are getting the negative signal? That is basically because of this transistor, when you connect in the common emitter configuration, it produces the 180 degree phase shift. But still we can explain with the help of this analogy. Consider Vi source signal you are giving this one voltage, and at the output side this type of amplified signal you are going to get. How? Let's see here. When two voltages means this applied AC signal 1 volt and another DC voltage is there which will add each other. When the terminal A is positive with respect to B terminal, so that A is positive with B, the two voltages will get add each other, and which increase the forward bias of the base emitter junction. Because of that, base current increases, hence at the output side collector current also increases, that is beta times IB. So as collector current increases, that increases the voltage drop across the RC or RL. We can write the voltage equation using KVL at the output side. That is, already we have done this. VCE is equal to VCC minus IC into RC. Here VCC is the constant, IC is the collector current, and RC is the again resistor value which is constant. This is the voltage across the collector and emitter voltage. Suppose now because of that, what is happening, this collector current is increasing, this drop is increasing. As this drop is increasing, as this is constant, this voltage across collector and emitter is decreasing. That is nothing but what? Output voltage is decreasing. As output voltage is decreasing here, thus as Vi is in the positive direction is increasing the positive direction, Vc goes in a negative direction, and we get negative half cycle of the output voltage for positive half cycle at the input. Then for the next case, if you consider in the negative half cycle, means for this half cycle, now A becomes negative with respect to B terminal. Because of that, AC, both the voltages AC and DC oppose each other, and which reduces the forward bias voltage on the base emitter junction. When that forward bias is reducing, the base current is decreasing. As base current is decreasing, that IC current also decreases. As IC current is decreasing, this ICRC drop also decreases. As this ICRC drop is decreasing, so this VC voltage goes on increases, and because of that, what we are getting, the voltage in the positive half cycle. So we are operating in the negative cycle, but at the output side we are getting the voltage at the positive cycle because V0 is increasing. This is how it converts input voltage into the output voltage with amplified version, but phase shift will be there, that is 180 degree out of phase with input voltage we are going to get. This is what the operation of the RC coupled operational amplifier. Now let's see the explanation of the construction. If you want, once again, see here, R1, R2, RC, RE are connected. For what purpose we have connected? R1, R2, RE are the biasing resistor, which are so selected that operating point of transistor will be in active region. Hence, it operates as an amplifier. That means the resistance will be used in such a way that its value makes that transistor to operate in the active region. Why? Because our transistor has to operate as an amplifier. Hence, we need to operate it in the active region only. Then C in and C out are the coupling capacitors, which are used to avoid the or block the DC signal. C in blocks DC signal and maintains bias voltage. C0 connect the output with another transistor input without DC signal. C is the bypass capacitor, which reduces the voltage drop by providing low resistance path to the amplified signal. That means this capacitor is connected across this emitter terminal, which produces the low resistance path. So amplified signal will choose this low resistance path, and there will not be any voltage drop. Hence here Vout will be more. Vout will be more, then obviously gain will be more. That is the meaning of that particular explanation. So these are the explanation related to the RC coupled amplifier in terms of construction, in terms of operation. I hope you understood the operation, how that low level input signal is converted into high level output signal. Let's try to understand how to judge that amplifier is good one or not. That is based on this frequency response curve. Here on the y-axis gain is there, that is V0 by Vin, and on the x-axis frequency is there. So here at the low frequency side also gain is decreasing, at the very high frequency side also gain is decreasing, but at the mid frequency range gain is high. What is required as an amplifier? The gain should be we should get higher value. So why the reason at this side also it is less and this side also less, that we'll see with the help of this expression. Consider Xc is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi Fc. If frequency is very less, then what happens? Xc value increases because it is inversely proportional. As Xc is very high, that means impedance whatever it is there, it is very high, hence it produces the more voltage drop across the capacitor. When that voltage drop in this capacitor, so output side V0 gets decreases. As V0 is decreasing, V0 by Vin, that is gain, also decreases, so you are getting low gain at the output side. If you consider Xc is sufficiently high, Fc is sufficiently high, the Xc is less. As Xc is less, that time it acts as a short circuit. As there is a short circuit, that means resistance offering is 0. So low voltage drop will take place. So as there is low voltage drop in these three elements, definitely output voltage will be more. As output voltage is more than this input voltage, then gain of the amplifier will be high. Now consider another case. Again, if F is very high, earlier I said here sufficiently high, here it is very high. So what happens? Xc is very low, that means it is short circuit only, there is no problem. But because of that, what happens? Extra capacitance effect will come into the picture, that is called intra electrode capacitance come into the picture. That is not actually connected in the circuit, but it is virtually it will be there, and which produces the path for the current to flow, and voltage drop takes place across this capacitor. So it reduces the voltage at the output side. As this voltage drop is there, and definitely output voltage also reduces, and gain of the amplifier will get reduces. Hence at low frequency as well as very high frequency, gain is low, and at the mid frequency range gain is high. Now on what basis we are going to judge the amplifier whether it is good or bad? That is based on the bandwidth. How to determine the bandwidth? Bandwidth is equal to higher frequency range minus lower frequency range, you are going to get bandwidth. If that bandwidth is very high, then we can say that the amplifier is good one. In this way we can judge the that amplifier whether it is a good amplifier or bad amplifier. This is what about the RC coupled amplifier. I hope you have understood this particular explanation. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment box. Thank you.